Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Chronicles and Collecting, where we're going to open the Riobot R-3 from Super Robot Wars Original Generation. This figure came out in July 2022 and retailed for 29,700 yen in Japan and $285 in the US. Okay, and we're here for the third part of the SRX Riobot from Super Robot Wars Original Generation. Last week we took a look at the first and second ones. I like the figures quite a bit. I thought they were a little plasticky as opposed to some of the more die-cast stuff that I typically open. But I'm hoping that will make things a lot more easier on the transforming front. I've transformed some Riobots in the past, and they seem to be a lot smoother, in my opinion, a little bit easier to work with than the Soul Chugokins and the Metal Robot Spirits. So let's take a look at the third one. This is definitely the biggest package of the three, so we'll see kind of what's inside. Okay, so let's look at the first. So there's actually three little packages inside here, so let's take a look. All right, so here's the base figure. I think it's nice, nothing super special. Unlike the other two, this one actually arrived here intact without any pieces falling off, which is nice. Nice detailing, nice coloring. The color separation's good. Like I said with the other ones, doesn't feel like there's a ton of metal in here, but I'm hoping that will make the transformation a little bit easier. This has got these like weird, like high heels here. Maybe a little bit of an inspiration for the Rosen Zulu or something. See if we can get him to stand up on his own, or her. All right. And then some cool parts that come with this one. I think this is really cool. I'm not 100% sure where that gets mounted, but figure that out. These look like probably some sort of arm guards or cuffs or something. This gun is sweet. There's been some really sweet. I feel like every one of these came with like a very sweet gun. Like the R1 unit came with that huge sniper rifle. The R2 unit came with that really cool beefy gun, and then this one has this, and you can see actually the hands are built into it, which is not something I've ever seen before on a figure. Not to say that doesn't exist, just I've not seen it before. Alright. Let's put this down over here. Alright, and now the second one is like, I guess this guy's like armor or whatever. So let's see what we got with that. Wow, this is awesome. This is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. I don't know what this thing is, but it's super cool. Some sort of like humongous arm knife contraption. But I dig it. Maybe it's for the bigger figure. Maybe not. I don't know what any of these things are like out of context. But they're very, very cool. I just like how beefy everything is and like very blocky. Kind of has its own style versus just like a Gundam ripoff. This has got to be some sort of Blake contraption, I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm hoping that all of these things make it to the final combined form of this. A boy can dream. We can dream. And then finally, I think these are just pieces for the various stand. I don't know, there's probably some important piece for the combination, but nothing super exciting in here. And then finally, the stand to end all stands. This thing is humongous. This one is kind of that modular design that I was talking about last week, where there's like an outer rim to it, and then you could break that rim off kind of like Legos. There's like pegs in there, and you could have the smaller one if you want. I'm guessing that the bigger one is probably going to be necessary for the combined form, but I guess we will find out. The other thing that I really got a kick out of is this booklet where it just says like caution. It's like and it says, caution, the combining method described in this manual is different from the instruction manual included with the R2 powered. Please be sure to refer to this manual when transform combined with SRX. So it's like they printed just like the wrong way to do it, I guess. I don't know, I'll have to take a look at the other one and compare it. But this book is pretty big. I think it's got 32 pages. It's in color at least, so I'm going to pose this guy, and then I will get to combining all of them for the final video on Friday. All right, and we are back. So let's get this guy on the rotating stand here and give some final thoughts if I can find the button. It's a little big here, but let's see. Yeah, so I had a blast putting this together. One of the most fun transformations I've ever done. Probably to go from the base form to this took about 10 minutes. I think the video was exactly 12 minutes, but obviously there was some other stuff. Instructions were very easy to follow. There were a few spots where I was like, oh, am I hitting it too far? But never really thought I was going to break anything. A piece did fall off, but I'm pretty sure it fits back in together. I mean, it went back together, and so I think that's probably fine. I wouldn't say this is like the perfect version. There's probably a few things that I don't have quite in the right place. But this isn't the pose I'm going to be keeping it on my shelf, so I wasn't like trying to get everything specifically in the perfect spot. But a lot of fun to put together, really easy, really clear instructions, so I'd definitely give it a high review on that. I think it looks awesome. I mean, this thing looks absolutely amazing. Such a unique figure. Honestly, even if it's like almost like I want to get another set of 3, which I really won't, but just because they look so cool on their own, I didn't think they would look as cool on their own, kind of outside of the whole huge SRX. Just kind of quickly looking, I'm pretty sure I used just about everything for this transformation. Actually, one other thing that I really liked is the way they did the hands. So rather than have, like the robot spirits where they have that kind of like one circular peg that you have to put in, this has like kind of like a key that you like line into it, and it's very easy to get in. Actually, I struggled with it briefly because I thought it was supposed to go in even further, but just a little click. And it made getting the hand onto this big weapon thing super easy. Loved having the hands built into the weapon. Some of the metal robot spirits is just really hard to kind of get the hands and the arms in just the right spot, so having it all together I thought was really helpful. Would highly recommend this figure even if you don't want to build the entire SRX. Anyway, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe, and if you didn't, tell me about it in the comments. Next month is going to be the new Gundam, so I'm probably going to be doing figure reviews one day of the week when I figure out which day of the week Gundam is airing, and then I'll do the Gundam review the other. Maybe throw another figure here and there. I do have a big pile of things. Probably next month I'll probably focus a little bit more on Gundam for obvious reasons, but I do have some Chogokin DXs, Solo Chogokins, and other Riobots to get to, and the last Eva metal build, so hopefully get to those sooner than later. Anyway, thanks so much and keep collecting.